College is a time for major transition and change for millions of students across the country. As they learn to live independently and develop an identity of their own separate from home, one of the most prevalent issues facing their autonomy is learning how to care for their health. More often than not, health is not seen as a priority, and one of the most overlooked aspects, mental health, is neglected. According to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, mental health includes the emotional, psychological well-being of an individual. It determines how we handle stress, relate to others, and make choices. Mental health includes anxiety, mood, and a wide range of psychological, personality, eating, and behavioral disorders. We decided to explore mental health at Indiana University and how students who attend this institution perceive the effort behind raising awareness about available services at the health center. Through this process, we try and come up with a possible solution to an often overlooked issue. Every August, thousands upon thousands of young adults are entering the world of college for the first time. College can be a great time for many opportunities and experiences. However, there are many pressures such as drinking and drugs. Also, other bad habits such as lack of sleep, overconsumption of junk food, decrease in exercise, and neglect to recognize certain illnesses are other factors that contribute to mental illnesses. As these pressures intensify, some students crack under the pressure. This could lead to the onset of a mental disorder. Some feel as if they have no one to turn to, isolating themselves from everyone. Unfortunately, some people find that the only solution to their problems is to take their own life. This is exactly what Gregory Willoughby, a former student at IU, did.
Gregory Willoughby was a well-rounded student at Indiana University. He majored in biochemistry and had minors in psychology and mathematics. He was even named a Wells Scholar, which is one of the most competitive and prestigious awards offered at a university. In his free time, he was a chemistry tutor and played the cello. During his junior year at just 21 years old, Willoughby committed suicide by inhaling hydrogen sulfide. His suicide came as a major shock to everyone who knew him. He was a research assistant in the Cognitive Neuroimagining Laboratory in the Department of Psychological and Brain Sciences. And the professors and students he worked with reported that he displayed no warning signs. However, his absence from class after his suicide went unnoticed by the professors. Although there were no definite conclusions, it was later observed that Willoughby did not have a strong social network, which could have been a factor in his suicide. Willoughby was an active student who did not necessarily match the typical profile of a depressed person. It is important to realize that not everyone will display the typical signs of a mental health issue, but if these signs are apparent, help should be reached immediately. Although Willoughby did not seemingly display the typical signs of suffering from mental health issues, there are some early signs to look out if you suspect someone is struggling. Eating and sleeping too much or too little, having low or no energy, frequently complaining of aches and pains, isolation from friends and loved ones, and severe mood swings. As a way to attain somewhat of an understanding of student awareness of the services provided by the IU Health Center, we conducted a 3-question survey revolving around the topic of mental health. This survey is comprised of 100 of the class of 2021 class responses. Question 1 regarded how aware IU students are of the health services provided to them on campus. The leading answer to question 1 was yes at 55.9%. The data collected concluded that a majority of students know of the variety of health services offered to them. Question 2 wanted to know if students think IU effectively raises awareness of the services available. The leading answer was no, with 65.6%, meaning that the students who attend IU do not think that IU properly promotes the importance of utilizing these health services. Question 3 regarded barriers that prevent students from benefiting from these sources. Question 3 had 3 options: no time, being unaware of the sources, and financial issues. The leading answer was no time with 55.2%. Second leading answer was unaware of the sources at 27.6%. And lastly, regarding financial issues was 17.2%. Overall, these questions underline the importance of the awareness of mental health and how to seek help.
Given the data we collected, the question that arises out of it is this: what should the college administration do about it? Should they take a more active role in students' lives, monitoring their actions as would a parent? Or should they remain distant, falling back on the reasoning that students should learn independence and figure it all out on their own? One possible solution is that of enacting the policy known as in loco parentis. The concept of in loco parentis was established at the beginning of higher education as a way to ensure that students' behavior was in some way monitored and that there was at least some authoritative figure to which they could be held accountable for their actions. In the 60s, the counterculture movement fought against the authoritative presence of universities, and in loco parentis was removed. This ushered in an era known as the bystander era, in which colleges and universities spanning the nation utilized a complete hands-off approach regarding student health, and in recent years, the question regarding a university's involvement with student lives has resurfaced in light of harmful student behavior and concern for mental health. So, what is the right answer? We propose that, without replacing the role of the parent, college faculty and administration should make a greater effort to take a more active role in reaching out to students and raising awareness about the health services on campus. In addition to broadening these efforts, they should also emphasize the importance of taking care of yourself and the benefits of utilizing these health services. More awareness could lead to more students realizing that they or someone they know needs professional help and should seek out those resources. This would in turn result in a lower quantity of mental health cases, as well as a lower suicide rate among college students. So for those of you who are struggling or may know someone who may be struggling, here are the services that the IU Health Center provides. There are counseling and psychological services, also known as CAPS, and they have free workshops that IU students can attend in the Wells Library and the Health Center. CAPS also provides 2 free individual counseling sessions per semester per student. There are also couple and group counseling sessions available. The Health Center also has a pharmacy with over-the-counter drugs at greatly reduced prices, making it more affordable for and accessible to students who are financially struggling. Your health is in your hands. If we can all take action and help the administration spread awareness, we can not only help each other, we could save lives.